case, then you know it's serious. January 24th, 2006, Jennifer Kesse didn't show up to work in the morning. This was super unusual, so her work called her parents, and her parents began the 2-hour drive to go try to find what was going on with Jennifer. The day before this, Jennifer was getting home from a vacation with her boyfriend. She had gone straight from her boyfriend's house to her work that morning. She worked all day, and then at about 6 o'clock, she called her dad on the way home from work. They talked for a little while. That evening, she called and talked to her boyfriend at about 10 p.m. They did the sappy, like, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. And then, supposedly, Jennifer Kesse went to bed. The next morning, she got up, she got ready for work, and we don't know really what happened after that. Her boyfriend tried to call her because usually they talk to each other on the way to work, and he just kept getting sent to voicemail. Little did everyone know that Jennifer Kesse had just disappeared. When her parents first got to her apartment, everything seemed pretty normal, except for Jennifer's car was not there. When they entered, it seemed like a normal morning. There was a wet towel. It seemed she had gotten up, gotten ready for work, and then just vanished. A big search for her began, and police kind of figured that maybe something had happened to her between her apartment and her car. She'd gotten ready, gone to go to her car, and then something happened. But it's also a possibility that she left for work and then something happened after that. There was some footage that was very weird of someone dropping Jennifer's car off and then walking away on foot. It wasn't until 2 days later that everyone got this footage. Someone had saw Jennifer's case on the news and the car and the description of the car and basically said, oh, there is the car parked outside of my apartment and they've been there for 2 days. So police went straight to that car, and they did get a couple of things. They got DNA and they got fingerprints. There was no sign of forced entry, and there was valuables in the car. So if someone was to rob her, why wouldn't they have taken the valuables? However, there were some things that were personal to her that was missing. An iPad, her purse, her keys, and her phone. And they could not ping her phone because it was off. They did try to trace her credit cards, but those weren't used either. But they got the footage, and this was the big bombshell part of the case. We have footage of the person, but this was the luckiest mother effer on the planet. You can see the person clearly, but this footage basically took like a camera picture every 3 seconds. It wasn't like a full footage, and every 3 seconds, our person was behind a post in the fence. I mean, are you kidding me? It was like boom, 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 and every time they were behind a fence post. What are the odds? What are the odds? Now, they tried to do everything to enhance this footage. NASA got involved, which, you know, if NASA is involved, then they're going to try to do everything they can. And it just was impossible because this person was hidden by the fence post. There wasn't even much you could tell about the person except for they had like painter's pants on, which could be a huge clue. Her boyfriend was questioned and released, an ex was questioned and released, and people were like, there's nobody that would have hurt Jennifer or done this to Jennifer Kesse. However, there was a huge thing in the days before she went missing that definitely led to some clues. They were remodeling a lot of the apartment complex, and there were random workers there. And I guess they were catcalling her. They were saying things to her, they were yelling out at her, and it was making her feel very uncomfortable. And she had talked about this to her parents and to other people, that this was just making her feel very violated, which, yeah. And then you think back on that footage and the painter's pants. Could it have been one of these workers that Jennifer Kesse maybe turned down or said something to, or maybe didn't do anything and he just preyed upon her? To this day, we don't know what happened to Jennifer Kesse. It's still one of the biggest, mysterious, craziest mysteries that we've had of our generation, of people just disappearing. And we have clues. We have the person right there on film. But there's just nothing we can do. There is a reward, and if you know anything, please say something. If you see something, say something, please, because Jennifer Kesse's family deserves answers. And if you like mysterious disappearances, please hit that follow because I'm doing a series of crazy mystery disappearances. And I also did a series last time about just crazy cases in true crime. So if you like that sort of thing, please follow, please like, please share, and please tell me below what you think about Jennifer Kessie's case. I will see you next time. Or will I? Hopefully I don't disappear.